Hello, my gorgeous CEOs. Welcome, welcome to our very first high-level CEO series. And today, let me fix this camera. Today, we are having the Clarke, who's one of my really great friends. So are you gonna join? The Clarke joins. So let's see. Get on in. We have a very juicy, wet conversation. I see like the lips and the what is that, like rain and water emojis. So juicy. This is a juicy conversation that we need to be having as high-level CEOs, or if you're wanting to scale your business, if you're wanting to go to that next level in your business. These are conversations that I'm going to be having with high-level CEOs in this series. Okay, so it's going to be happening almost every Monday. I have like quite a lineup over the next 2 months. So I'm very excited. So if you're wanting to know how to grow your business into an actual company and become a CEO that stands out and who is high level, these are the conversations you want to be a part of. And I really want this to be like you're a fly on the wall and listening to CEOs and the way they talk and what they talk about. So I'm going to let Lou come join. Hello, fitness and failure. What is your first name? Let me know. Belendia. Is it Belendia? Let me know if I'm saying that right. Thank you for coming to our live. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I got to readjust so my head isn't like chopped off.
No,
Okay.
I just want to look at your boobs the whole time.
Oh yeah, I should go down. You did have like the lips and like the juicy emojis, so maybe that's what this is all about. Hi, Kendra. Welcome.
This is so cool.
Oh my goodness. You look beautiful. I was like, oh, you're all blondes now. Welcome to the club. Welcome.
I'm just waiting I'm waiting for my hair to be shipped. I got like 26 inches coming in, so I'm
gonna be so good. Okay, I love it. And I love that the high level CEOs, like we get to have these extensions and wear the makeup and leave the juicy wet emojis and still be successful and still have clients who want us to lead them and want us to be a part of the world and their growth. I love that. Okay, so welcome. Do you want to introduce yourself, Lou? I'm so excited. You were my very first guest. I already kind of introduced. I was like, welcome everyone to my first live for the high level CEO series. And I basically just said, the point of this is I want people to be like a fly in the wall and to see the type of conversations that we have behind the scenes. So this is really going to be like if people could be in on our conversations and, Lou and I will go to the keg. This is like our spot that we go to and we'll have dinner together. And like, we have these conversations that is like, if people were only listening, we text each other, we voice message each other. Hi, Kendra. Say hello if you're joining live. We want you to be a part of this conversation. If you have any comments or questions while you're watching, feel free to jump in. This is going to be about a 20-minute conversation. If you can't stay for the full live, come back and watch because the topic we're going to dive into today is one that Lou is like so freaking passionate about. Like I hear about it all the time. Hi, Kendra. And I'm like, I know, you're so right. And there's so much we're about to talk about that will blow your mind. And that Lou knows. She knows for certain. This is her gift. This is her zone of genius. She's like, if you want to take your business to the next level, you want to be a high-level CEO, like these are things that you really need to be considering. And there's some mind-blowing things, I said this in my stories, that you're about to tell the world that you may not realize is happening in this industry, but with any company, really. In this industry, coaching, leadership, but also in any company in general. So hi, Rachel. Oh my gosh, there's so many familiar faces. Okay, so do you want to introduce yourself? Sure. And then we're going to dive in. We have a couple topics that we already discussed that we're like, we got to talk about this today. So come on in.
Thanks. I'm so excited. The funny thing is what maybe people don't know is like, I can walk to your house from here. Yes. So like, even though we're here, we are really that close. It's really, really cool. So thank you for having me. I'm really excited you're doing this. I do believe it is a area that is not well educated, meaning people aren't talking about this enough. You hear in the coaching industry, in the business development, the whole like build your business, make the sale. And then like Guys, I curse, just so you know. I have a beautiful mouth, but the words come out. So I apologize if you have little kids around. But honestly, it's like, then what the hell do you do with all this money that you're making? And most people just spend it all and then go, oh my God, we're going to do it all over again. And we get on this hamster wheel. So I'm Lou Clarke. I have been a bookkeeper, CFO for 28 years this May. I've been doing this. Obviously, I started when I was 2 years old. And yeah, so I'm always holding at 30. 40s are the best, though, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But my piece and where I am now is we have a CFO. We have the CFO boutique, and I have a team, which is mostly family members. And they do all the bookkeeping compliance. And then I take care of the clients. I review the work. I talk to the government. But the main piece I do now is I am a CFO for online businesses. I am a CFO for online coaches because there is a massive hole. And the one piece that comes from this is like, well, what do you do, Lou? I make money happen. That's what I do. There's so much that I do, but it's like, I help you create an incredible relationship with your money. So your money wants to stick around. Even when you do spend it or invest it, you become a crazy wealth magnet because you have the processes and strategies in hand that you need to create the life, the love, and the energy you want. I also believe money is extremely sexy. And I believe when you can get up close and intimate with your money, dating it every week, basically, like, I make love to my money. Like, that's how, when I say intimate, it's like I'm in there. I am like caressing it. I'm making it feel good. Like, this is the conversation. This is the energy I bring to my clients. And so the one piece I'm really learning, Carissa, and I love that we're here together, because there is a piece where, like, people don't even know what a financial team should be doing. Most people that are making under $200,000 a year don't even have a bookkeeper. And it blows my freaking mind, because you guys have no idea what you are doing energetically to your business when you don't have a money team in place to help you grow and do what you want to do. So that's me.
Okay, you know what just came to mind?
Yeah.
Remember, just over a year ago, we have to share this story because this is insane. This is on the topic of like having the proper support team, financial support team in place, but also the energetics behind it. Okay, if you believe in energetics, you know, you make a move, the universe is going to respond. So over a year ago, on I believe it was like October 1st or October 5th, I think it might have been my anniversary.
It was
anyway.
Friday. It was a Friday.
I'm pretty sure it was October 5th. So I decide, okay, I am no longer going to do my own bookkeeping. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I am not good at this. I'm doing it wrong. Like, bookkeeper was, or my accountant was just like, this is missing, this is missing. So anyways, I end up hiring Lou. I swear, like, the minute I hired her, I may have sent a transaction to pay for that first month for you to be my bookkeeper. Literally minutes later, $30,000 came into my account, was wired into my account. Like, the biggest transaction I ever had on the day that I hired Lou. Okay, but the other support team too is an accountant, and this accountant is also Lou's, but strategically, I hired an accountant who knew what she was doing, like actually specialized in companies, corporations. So that's just proof of, like, you make the moves energetically, you're setting up the system that's going to support, you know, the growth of your money. And so that was just right away, universe being like, yep, you made the right move. And it was like, it was the best. So I just wanted to share that story.
I love that story, because here's the thing. A lot of people think the first thing sorry, you made me cry. Now my makeup's going to be all like, that story makes me cry every time we talk.
Yeah, so good.
But here's what I can tell you. Majority of people who go into business think, I can do the books myself. I'll just get QuickBooks online. I can just figure this out. Well, I'm here to tell you, number one, if you saw the books that are coming to me for just a deep dive review and a health check, it is so scary. People do not know how to do books. Unless you have a bookkeeping degree, hire someone. Hire someone, because you are missing out. Not just are you missing out on the information being processed properly, you're missing out on tax credits. You're missing out on write-offs, business expenses.
Yeah.
If you get audited and your books aren't reconciled, you're going to be in trouble. And if you don't even know what the word reconciled means in bookkeeping, just go hire a bookkeeper and make sure they actually have experience. Sure, they can have a diploma, which is good, but you want them to have experience, especially in your niche. Now, here's the piece. A lot of people go into business. They want to hit high-level CEO ASAP. We all do. We all want to be high level as fast as possible, whatever that means to you, whether it's money, energy, work, what have you. But the thing they think is, the first thing I'm going to hire is a coach. And I'm not saying you shouldn't hire the coach, but the first thing you really should be hiring is a bookkeeper. Because from the day you start your business, transactions happen and you need a bookkeeper. So if we can just touch on your on a team really quickly, Carissa. A bookkeeper does your day-to-day transactions. They do what we call compliance work. They make sure that everything that goes through your bank accounts and your credit cards is entered. I'm going to use words that I would normally use. Okay, I gotta just make sure I don't go to the accounting word.
Yeah.
So we make sure that all the bank statement transactions, all the credit card transactions are entered into the system properly. Nothing is missing. Taxes, if you're in Canada, your sales taxes are done properly, which if you are a Canadian coach and you're charging HST, that's a whole other can of worms that we should have another conversation about on another day, Carissa, because it's a big deal.
Yes.
So the bookkeeper, usually you will connect with them on a monthly basis. Here at our firm, we do weekly, because I want my clients to know. I want Chris to be able to look back last week and be like, what happened last week? Really, really important to know. So that's what the bookkeeper does. They make sure everything is entered. They make sure that you understand your financial statements. If you don't know how to read a balance sheet, a profit and loss, which we also call income statement, and a general ledger, then your bookkeeper's not doing their job, or you need to ask them, because that's the story of your business. Okay, so that's what a bookkeeper does. Then we have the accountant. The accountant is filing your taxes. If you're incorporated, they're filing your corporate tax and they're filing your personal taxes. Okay, they should be helping you with a tax strategy. I say this because a lot of accountants aren't doing that right now. They're not. They are just literally pushing papers. Sure, you can call them once a year and be like, hi, what, and that's done. It would be amazing if you can have an accountant who actually you can talk to maybe every 2 or 3 months, who's helping you strategize from a tax perspective. But here's the piece. We have the bookkeeper over here. We have the accountant over here. And now, because the bookkeeper only does compliance and the accountant only does taxes, there's a hole in the middle. Sounds like my shit accountant. I'm just saying, okay? But there is a hole in the middle. There is a hole. If you have a bookkeeper and accountant, there's still a hole. And this is the hole that I've decided to fill, which is the CFO part. So a CFO is helping you to build strategies in your business. Spending money, investing money, making money. I do profit first with my clients. We create profit first. We have strategies for paying the clients, their payroll. Chris, we just did a strategy for Carissa and Andrew last week.
Yeah.
And it's already like, all right, let's go.
And I want to share this story too, so people understand the power of having, you being the bridge, or a CFO in general being the bridge to that gap between the bookkeeper and the accountant, because kind of behind the scenes, me telling you, what was happening, the truth is I was paying myself a wage, which is amazing. We want to be paying ourselves a wage. But when you stepped into the picture, you were like, okay, but Carissa, this is actually not great. It's great you're paying yourself, but guess what? Like, you're going to be taxed. Your personal tax is going to be insane. And these are the conversations, the high-level CEO conversations that a lot of people don't want to talk about, or they're so busy, showing up for their leadership or their trainings or whatnot, and money's pouring in the door, and then they want to kind of turn a blind eye. But then you get basically, screwed, if you want to say it, or just like totally, you could faint at the end whenever we get tax time. So you were like, okay, Carissa, we need to do this meeting. And back in the summer, I hired you for an intensive CFO intensive session where we actually strategized and created this whole plan where at the end of the year, I'm not going to be taxed $20,000-$30,000 in personal taxes for paying myself, right? So we now have this plan in place where that's just not going to happen, but everything's happening, you know, in a legal way where I'm paying my taxes and it makes sense, and then I'm not fainting at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add into that story?
The thing is this, like a lot of people, I'm just watching some of the comments come through.
Yeah.
A lot of people expect their bookkeepers to do this. I have 28 years experience. I have 3 diplomas, and I've worked in an accounting firm, and I've done taxes. I understand a lot more than the average bookkeeper does. And so if you expect your bookkeeper to come up with this, just caution to the wind, go talk to your accountant. Okay. But here's the other piece too, is you mentioned something about paying yourself. I want you to get this. Carissa, you got this because you have me, but for everybody else who's watching,
so glad.
I know. Your business money, the money in your business is not your money. It is not your money, especially if you are incorporated. That is the corporation's money. What money is yours is the money you pay yourself. Okay? So I want you to think about this, because what happens is we focus so much as business owners, as CEOs, we focus so much on bringing the money in, and then we just spend it. Like, oh, I've got this 20 grand. I'm going to go hire this coach. And then at night, you're like, oh my God, I just drained my bank account. What the hell am I going to do? I don't know. I'm going to go sell more stuff. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sell something else. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to pay the credit card. And then there's no money left. Like, number one, the money in the account, in the business, is not yours. Yes, you are the business, but the money isn't yours. The money that's yours is the money you take. What's the strategy you have around that? The number one thing as a CEO is you should have a strategy, whether you're a sole proprietor, which means non-incorporated, or whether you are incorporated, you should have a strategy. And maybe it's, I take X percentage of every deposit that comes in. And that's what you take. Everything else is in the business to have the business supported, to grow the business, to connect with what you need to make your business grow. The second thing I want to talk about, because Carissa mentioned it as well, is like we spend so much time thinking about the money that's coming in. Like, oh, I'm getting a sale. Oh, I'm going to launch this. Oh, this money's coming in. This money's coming in. But I bet you majority of the people, at least in my world, and I bet you a lot of them out there, don't spend that much energy, don't pay that much attention to what's going out. And it's something we don't want to look at, because at one point we're going to have to go, oh shit, I'm outspending my sales. Oh my God, I can't afford XYZ. And then you think that takes you into this, I call it the internal spiral of negative energy. But here's the thing, if you literally sit back and you give the attention to your purchases, attention to your expenditures, attention to your spending, attention to your withdrawals from your bank account, the charges on your credit card, if you gave that as much attention as you do spending your money, or sorry, selling, your whole energy, your whole alignment within your business will change. Because here's the thing, what is the point of you selling if you're going to just turn around and spend it all? A CEO has responsibilities, has a maturity of, you know what, every $100 that comes in, 30% comes to me, so much goes to tax, I'm even going to tuck some in a profit account, and then I'm going to spend the rest. That is high level. This is where multi-million-dollar people are playing. It's not about getting a $10,000 sale and then going and spending it over here. There's nothing wrong with spending money. There's nothing wrong with investing, unless it's stressing you out, keeping you up at night, and pushing you to sell more. Because here's the thing, when you have a financial team that helps you regulate your energy by having your books up to date, by having the strategies you need, by having your taxes filed, and along with that, you have a strategy of tax money put away, you're paying yourself, you even have a profit account happening, then your energy is cleared and you go sell because you want to support the clients. It's not about making 10 grand to pay a credit card anymore. It's about what can I do to transform the world around me? How can I support the clients in my world? And then when sales start coming in, you're like, ooh, I just got a sale. Oh my God, like this is really cool. And you get to a point in your business where you no longer need the money. My CFO clients don't need the money because of the strategies we've built. You want to get to high-level CEO, build the strategy. And the first thing I would do is look at how much money are you taking from the company and how much are you spending on expenses. My clients come to me and they're like, Lou, I need $50,000 in 4 months. I'm like, okay, how are we going to do that? They're like, that's why I come to you. And I create them a strategy to save $50,000. And I'll tell you, I invest a lot in my coaches. I invest a lot in my business. But when I pay my coach in full $35,000, I don't even blink because I have the money. It doesn't go on a credit card. It doesn't change my energy. And even like when I paid her that, she came back, she's like, how did that feel? I'm like, I don't know, it's just paying a bill. And she's like, really? And I'm like, wait, is that wrong? Was I supposed to feel something? And she's like, no, you've become so neutralized in the money you're putting out into your business, the money that you're spending, that it doesn't phase you. So what if you guys had a plan, a system, a strategy, processes where you invested big and it didn't phase you? This is CEO vibes. So circle back to put a bow on that. When you have the right people on your financial team supporting you, serving you, at your side, clapping you, cheering you on, and then coming in going, you shouldn't, like, we can't do that right now. Like, let's figure out a plan, right? That happens sometimes. But when you have the right team, you can shift this energy. So as much as I am daddy energy, masculine energy in my strategies, the reason we do that is so we can flow in the feminine, so we can be the creative, so that we can go and make money because we can make money, not because we have to fill our bank account, pay our bills. I came from a place back in 2006 where I was $3 from bankruptcy. I couldn't buy milk unless I asked a client for a check. It was that bad. Now I'm sitting here on multi-million-dollar net worth, teaching people what I know. Want to make more in your business? Hire a financial team that gets you and understands you and can help support you so you can regulate your energy around money, and then you go sell on that energy and watch what happens to your business. That's what happened to Carissa after that call in October.
Yes. Okay, so we have a few minutes left, but I want to tap on this one subject before, and I know that I'll have to have you on again because we want to talk about like money and other things there, but this I think was really a conversation that's needed, right? This is that high level conversation, but I want you to kind of riff. Okay. And I know like you're like, you love your riffing. So, and I love to hear your riffs, but riff on, because there's this belief or perception, and you and I have had this conversation, where in specifically the coaching industry, leadership, mentorship industry, women are investing in their private coaches, business coaches, maybe they're energetics, whatever it may be. And there's a lot of, what's the word? Almost like emphasis on this is how my business will grow. So they invest, let's say the 40K, the 100K, all that they can over there. And there's like, not as much as importance in hiring like someone on their team or a mentor, like a money mentor like you, or a CFO. This is where the gold is, right? The business coach. This is where my dreams come true. Let's just kind of ignore the CFO, the money mentor. So I want to hear your opinion, because the belief is you have to hire and I'm a business coach, so like of course I want you to hire me, but like I also want you to hire the CFO. So can we talk about that? You know, can you do both? How do you do both? How do you strategically? And we only have a few minutes, but you know, just share your opinion on this, because this is what you're seeing. This is a trend.
I'm biting my tongue and laughing over here because this, like,
let it out.
This is what
a fly on the wall. They want to be a fly on the wall.
This is like, ugh. I'm like, I wish this is something I could just talk about on live Instagram 24/7. Because here's the thing. Sure, go invest in the coach. Go pay the 40 grand. Go pay the 2 grand, the 100 grand, whatever it is. My question becomes this. You go and you work with that coach and you make a shit ton of money. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? What's the plan? What's the strategy? I want you to think about it this way. Like, there's a real importance that if you're going to go fishing with a net, we need to make sure there's no holes in our nets, right? Because if there's holes in the nets, we're allowing the fish to go through. But if our nets are taken care of, they're manufactured properly, they're strung properly, like we are checking our nets, then all the time we fish, we capture all of those fish, right? And whatever we're going to do with them, that's not important. What I'm saying to you is, you go out in a boat, which is your coaching, and you're like, wait, I don't have a net. Oh shit. How am I going to catch? Okay, I'm going to do the best I can. I have a bucket. I'm going to start going with a bucket. My number one thing is, people are out there so excited to make more money and grow their business, but they have no nets. They have no idea what they're going to do with that money. And chances are 9 out of 10 times, majority of the people out there have never experienced money of that caliber. So when they get it, they panic. They don't know what to do with it. And they think, oh, that coach worked. Let me throw more money at the coach. But it's like, right, okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what did you do with all the money you had? Well, I paid off debt. I paid off MasterCard. I went on a trip. I went on this. I'm like, where's your retirement? Where's future savings? Where's future expendence? Like, what are you doing? And the piece is, there's nothing wrong. I have multiple coaches. I love them. I'm a coach. I do money coaching. Like, I'm not saying don't go invest. I'm saying prepare yourself, because also energetically, if you don't have a net ready for what you're about to receive, what you're about to harvest in from being with that coach, then the harvest isn't going to come in. That reward that you want to reap isn't going to be as big as it could be, because you weren't prepared. You weren't prepared. It's like people who win a lottery. Majority of the people, I actually have researched this because it really is interesting to me. People who win a lottery usually have lost most of it within 3 to 5 years. Why? No plan, no team. So hire the coach, but get yourself someone who can support your financial dreams, your financial goals, your aspirations, help you keep money in the bank, turn that money into investments. Like, there's a piece here. What game are you playing? Money is a game. I'm Ms. Monopoly. I'm in for the long haul. That game is a very long game, but I'm in for the long haul. I will collect my $200 past go every single week, and I will put half of it away. No. Or there's some people who just want quick, and then it goes out. Quick, and it goes out. I'm telling you, you need to look at where you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And I'm going to also say this: if you are you're in the coaching space, whatever it is you're coaching in, don't go buy balloons and tell me you've made $500,000 in sales, but you have nothing in the bank. I'm sorry. Like, it's great that now they're floating. It's great that you have $500,000 in sales, but how much do you have left? That is the win. That is how you win the game. And it doesn't mean you can't spend. It doesn't mean you can't invest, but it's being wise with what you have, because if you guys work your asses off for the next 5, 10, 15 years, and then you want to retire and you have no money left, that's what hiring the right financial team is about. Okay, there. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, yeah. So this was a very important conversation, and people can start really like opening up their eyes and going, okay, who do I need to hire? Who do I need to be a part of the team to get this started? So if you're someone who has been investing, you have your coaches, this is your sign, or this is, the live video here for you to be like, okay, so what needs to happen next? And incrementally you can do it. You don't need to hire a CFO full-time, whatever. It's like, what I did was, you're my bookkeeper. And then we've had some intensive sessions. And then the next step will be like, okay, what do I want to invest in next for my growth? You know, hiring someone, you know, you on my team more, like that's the next plan, right? So, and then looking at like, where do I want to spend my money, and just get really smart and strategic about it. So, okay, so a couple more minutes. If anyone has any questions, or were you going to say one last thing?
I am, but ask if anybody has questions. This is your time to get them answered. Yeah, I want to say this too. If you like, we got to bring the sexiness into this, because this is really important to me. Is when you start to formulate your energy around money and it becomes neutralized, but yet it's growing and it's maturing and it's doing what you want it to do, and you're building that relationship. I do believe money is a complete relationship. Like you can have one. You get to be really like the sexiness that comes out. It's like money is such a weight, such a burden that people aren't sleeping. One thing people aren't talking about is the sex side. And it's like, people are like, wow, you're really like erotic with money. And I'm like, yeah, because when my money shit's right, my sexiness comes out. And when my sexiness comes out, I am actually a force of nature to work with, because it's everything within me. It's everything from above me. It's everything. When you guys fix your money shit, your whole life changes. People are like, money doesn't make you happy. Well, whoever said that didn't have money, number one. But it's not actually the money that makes you happy. It's the energy that it brings into your life. Because here's the thing. When I was broke on purpose, that's what I always say. I was broke on purpose. I was frumpy. I was tired. I was working all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I was trying to raise kids. Now I don't even look at my bank accounts. I look at them once a week, because that's the date night, Friday night date night with my money, right? And it's like, I can look at it and be like, yeah, moving my money. This is great. Woohoo, baby. We had fun. And then I can just go on with my life. Money is never a thought. Money isn't. Someone bought something on Sunday morning, and I was like, what'd they buy? I don't even know what that is. Like, that's the energy. That's where things happen. So if you're like, man, I wish I had a better sex drive, I wish I was more sexy, get your money right. Get your money right, because it changes literally everything.
Yeah, so good. Oh, I love the way we ended. Okay, so I'll have to have you come back and we'll dive more into that energetics and the sexiness of money. Okay, I'm just looking. I don't think I saw any questions.
I love this.
Well, okay, so everyone can go follow Lou. Is there anything like you have out right now that can really help people with their money mindset and, you know, their sexiness around money? I know you have some really good like trainings, bundles, programs.
Yeah, so right now it's what, February 13th? Ooh, tomorrow's sexy day. Okay, so sorry, I just remember what day it was. So right now we have Cash, the masterclass, coming up next Tuesday. Right now it's $44 to get in. I'm going to be talking about the energetics of cash, actually, like the sexiness, the energetics neutralizing. It's going to be a really good, awesome place. So just DM me if you want that. DM me Cash. Then what we have coming up, I'm still tearing up from that call, like seriously, it's so crazy. My clients' businesses are my businesses. So when they succeed, I succeed. And when we celebrate big. So then the second thing I have coming up is the piggy bank plan. It's the last time I'm ever running this, but it's more about, it's business, but a lot of personal cash management, money management, because what I want people to understand is how you operate your money from a personal level is the same way you operate from a business level, and vice versa. So if you have issues in your business, your personal life, it's going to flow into your business. So the piggy bank plan, last time I'm sharing this live, it is the plan that got me out of bankruptcy. So that's coming up. And there's a whole bunch of other things. Usually every month we have a master class and a program. The one thing I will say this, I have Rule Your Money coming up. If you do not have a bookkeeper and you're doing it yourself, this is the 3-month container to be in with me. It's close proximity. It's private coaching as well as group coaching. I'm going to teach you everything from opening a bookkeeping software all the way through to CFO strategies to even profit first. So it's 3 months all in. If you have a bookkeeper, but you don't really understand what they're doing, this is also a really good place to be in. So this is for those people who are making under $200,000 a year. It's $4,444 right now, monthly payment plans available. We start in April. it is off the charts. Like, this is the third or fourth time we're running it. So that's kind of about what's coming up.
Sounds so good, especially wanting to be sexy with your money and start to, up level when it comes to being a CEO. So thank you, Lou, for coming. Thank you, everyone else, for watching. Thank you for being my first guest. This was amazing. I love you. I love everyone. And have a good day. Bye. Thanks, Lou.
Bye.